Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Mbani. I would like to thank the Almighty God for yet another exciting video. So as you can tell by the title, we are having a whole new theme for 2023, and that theme's title is Becoming Her. Yeah? So who do I want to become? Now I'm challenging myself to become a better version of myself in all the areas of my life, and I'm definitely also challenging you to join me in this challenge so we can just become better versions of ourselves. Yeah? So we become the woman that we've always aspired to be, who is strong, who is beautiful, who is confident, who is hardworking, that woman who goes for their dreams no matter what, and who makes sure that they are going to achieve each and every goal that they've set up for themselves. So if you're up for such a challenge, this is the right video to watch. Now, just a disclaimer out there, I haven't figured out my life 110% yet. Ne? So as I say, this is a new journey for me. I'm becoming her. That simply means that I'm still at the beginning stage of becoming the woman that I've always aspired to become. Ne? So I haven't figured out my life yet 110%, but definitely with you guys on this journey, if we decide to go on this journey, we are definitely gonna make it. The expectations on my channel this year are massive, and we'll be having different series on different topics on how we are going to become that woman, right? So we'll be having interesting topics such as topics regarding self-love, growth, development, forgiveness, closure, just interesting topics. So we'll also be having hosts who'll be sharing their experiences with us on this channel to make sure that we become the woman that we've always wanted to become. What does it take to become the new version of yourself, to become the better version of yourself? The first thing that you can do in order for you to achieve this during this year is to do a life audit. A life audit is very important because it's going to help you to pinpoint some adjustments that you should make in your life. Now, and there are certain areas in your life that you're supposed to do an audit. The first one being your health. Looking back at 2022, how was your health? What is it that you can improve on with regards to your health? What is it that you can take away? What is it that you should stop doing? What is it that you should start doing? And when it comes to your mental health as well, what are some of the things that you should let go? What are some of the things that you should just learn to move on to? What are some of the things that you should cut, which keeps reminding you or putting you in that bad space? Ne? So you look at your mental health and you also look at your body. Ne? And then another important one is your finances as well. When it comes to your finances, how are your expenses? How have you been spending your money? Can you probably look at other income streams? Can you look at investing your money to bring something into the future? Or can you look at investments? Can you probably look at saving up a little bit more? So what is it that you should do for your finances to look quite different and to be in a better position this year? Personal development. Now, when it comes to personal development, we look at what you have been doing to improve your knowledge. Ne? Personal development includes things like reading, like listening to audios, listening to things that will develop you as a person, that will develop your mindset, your intellectual being. You know, what have you been feeding your mind? What have you been listening to? So have you been reading books? Have you been reading books, listening to sermons, listening to some motivational motivational speeches, watching podcasts that will develop your mind, you know. So look at all these things and decide where you need to make your changes, as well as your career. Some of us, the last time we touched books concerning what we studied or our career was the day you graduated. So maybe this year, if you can look for ways and means in which you can rebuild your career, or you can develop yourself career-wise, then please do that. Do a little bit of research, see where there are loopholes that you can fill in with your experience. Make sure that whatever it is that you studied, you are applying that to your real life, or you are at least sharing some information with regards to your study. When somebody asks you what you studied, or questions on challenging questions on what you have studied, then you should be able to answer. You should be able to have a vast knowledge of what you studied. And the other area you should also look at is your relationships, be it a relationship with a co-worker, be it a romantic relationship, be it a relationship with your family, all the relationships that you have. It's very important for you to do a life audit. There are some relationships which are not healthy. There are relationships which you should concentrate more on, which you should invest in. So if you haven't been doing that, do that. And the ones that you should let go for your own well-being, please do let go of those as well. And then self-care, especially for us ladies. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's take care of what we wear. I believe in being simple. I believe in simplicity. I believe in dressing myself in a modest way. So choose a style that represents you. Choose a style that speaks for you. Don't just choose a trend because it's what everybody else is wearing, for an example. And self-care has to do with hygiene, taking care of your body, taking care of your hair, taking care of the way you appear. Your appearance says quite a lot. People can judge you just based on your appearance. So self-care is very, very important. Taking care of this temple that the Lord has given you, okay? And then the other thing is also your home, or your home life, where you are staying. Take care of that apartment, take care of that room. If you are faithful in the little that you have, then definitely you will be faithful in a bigger, or a much bigger space, okay? So just take care of your place, take care of your room, clean your room, tidy up your room as often as you can. And trust me, when you do that, it actually just brightens your day. It really does. And then your free time, have some free time. I know, especially when it comes to us women, when it comes to us mothers, sometimes you are just cluttered with a whole lot of activities, a whole lot of work at home. From work you come home and there's just a lot to do. Sometimes it's important for you just to take your free time, just rest, relax, calm down, do things that you love, unwind. Let's just enjoy your free time. You don't need to do anything. It's important to do that. Make a mindset shift. A lot of us enters a new year with the same mindset, with the same habits, with the same way of doing things, yet we want results. So that cannot happen. If you change your mindset, if you change the way you think, if you have a renewed mindset, then things will work out for you, better for you, because now you are able to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes bad things happen so that we can learn one or two things from that. It's not always that when something bad happens that the world will come to an end, or you feel as if you can't continue. Sometimes when these things happen, we don't necessarily understand why they happen. But if you look at it from an angle of, okay, maybe this is an opportunity for me to embrace change, or maybe this is an opportunity for me to grow, this is maybe an opportunity for me to look at something from a different angle. Maybe I was maybe you haven't been embracing change. Maybe you are just used to that one way of doing things. Anytime when something bad happens, instead of looking at it and we're victimizing ourselves, we're throwing a very big pity party on ourselves. Maybe sometimes we should just relax, calm down, take a deep breath, and also just try to understand what has happened from a different perspective. I know this is very hard. This is also something that is so hard for me, but I'm learning with time. I'm learning to just accept things the way they are, and also ask yourself, is it something you can change? Is it something that's out of your control? Then definitely, if it's something that you can't change, then there's nothing you can do than just to embrace it. If it's something that you can change, then with time, once the whole storm is over, maybe then you can work on changing that. Okay, so the other important thing is also, let's create a vision. Point number 3 is to create a vision. Now, a vision is very important because it kind of gives you a bigger picture of where you are going and where you are at right now. Okay, so for an example, you have a business. You need to create a vision for that business. Where is your business right now? Where do you want your business to be within the next 3 months? Short-term goals. Where do you want to see yourself over a period of 6 or 12 months? So when you have a vision, you will have ideas on how you are going to achieve that vision or the goal that you have set up for yourself. So it's important for you to create a vision. And visions are driven by passion and dreams, and they are reflected through real efforts to create real results. So what you need to bear in mind is, even if you create a resolution, as we all know now, it's the beginning of the year, we all have our 2023 resolution. You can create as many as you want. If you don't put in the work, if you don't put in the effort, those visions and those visions that you have created, or those goals that you have set for yourself, will just remain goals. You won't achieve them. So it's important for you, and take time, understand that it's not, things don't change overnight. Let's be patient with ourselves. Let's be patient with our goals that we have created, or with the vision that we have created. As long as at least you keep working on it every day, or you keep working on it when you can work on it, it's okay. It's better than just having one that you don't even put in any effort. Okay, so for an example, say your vision is, last year was to buy a car, for an example, and unfortunately you did not manage to buy a car. However, you at least managed to get your learners, or you managed to get a driver's license. That means at least you are a step closer to your vision, because even if you have a car and you don't have a driver's license, so you get what I'm saying. So at least you are somewhere, somehow there, even if you haven't reached your goal yet. Okay, so it's important to bear in mind that you need to be patient with yourself, and slow progress is still progress. So let's just keep working hard, guys. And let's be consistent, and consistency is also key when it comes to creating a vision, because if you are not consistent, then your vision won't be fully achieved, or your goal won't be fully achieved. But if you are consistent with, even if you are just doing slow progress, even if you are just making slow progress, you will still be able to achieve your goal. Okay, and then work on yourself daily. This is where the consistency also comes in. It doesn't mean that you won't have those bad days. Those bad days will come. Those bad days will definitely come. But what is important is, when you have those bad days, don't just give up too easily. It's okay to feel bad that 1 or 2 days, but then you should also learn to pick yourself up as soon as possible, because once you start now getting comfortable in that state where you are feeling low and so forth, that's where the problem comes in. But however, if you gather some strength and you look at what you want to achieve, then you will be able, with the grace of God, you will definitely be able to pick yourself up and you'll be able to move forward. Okay? So as I said, nobody will drive that car for you. Nobody is going to drive your life for you. You are the captain of your own life. So you need to consistently work towards the goal that you have set for yourself. Consistently remind yourself that you are greater than any storm that comes your way. You are greater than any circumstance that come your way, and you are well able and you can do it. Okay, you keep reminding yourself that. You keep speaking positively about yourself, and you will definitely be able to. The other thing is, point number 5 is design your environment for success. Yeah? You should design your own environment for success. Okay, so if you want change, if you want to change, you are not the only thing that should change. Your environment should also change, or your environment should also change, depending on what you call it. Meaning that the people that you surround yourself with, you should also be able to let go of certain people in order for you to achieve your goals. There are certain relationships that you should have. There are certain relationships that you should not have. There are certain people that you need to let go. There are certain people that you just need to love from far. Now, when it comes to people, sometimes whoever you have been hanging out with is not really that the person is bad, or there are certain people who are just, it's like their lives are just in a circle, and such people are not so good. They are not good for you, because these people are the same people who have the same type of conversation each and every year. They will tell you about the same things you used to hear ever since you were in high school. They will tell you about the high school jokes, whatever it is that they will tell you. It's just the same type of conversations. Now, here and there, you should have those kind of conversation and reminisce at the good old days, right? But then when it becomes a thing of every time you meet, you have the same type of conversation, nobody even comes up with conversations where growth is involved, or conversations such as, no, let's study, or at least this year let's aspire, let's work hard to get our licenses, or at least this year this and this must move, this and this must happen in my life. Then you are in the wrong group. Secondly, there are just people out there who are negative. Every time you come and you bring up an idea of you wanting to achieve a certain thing, they just look down on you, and they are just negative. Such type of friends and such type of company are people that you should move away from. This is heartbreaking to say, but sometimes it also comes as far as our family members. There are just some family members who are just negative, and they have always been negative. Every time you bring something on the table, they just undermine you, and they just feel like you are just a child, or you don't have a say, or you won't even achieve what you have said. Some of those people are people you should just love from far. I'm not saying you should cut them. I'm not saying you should not continue loving on them or talking to them. However, when such conversations come, maybe you should just excuse yourself, or you just avoid being around people who are negative all the time, basically. And then the other important thing is learn a new skill, and improve upon your existing ones. Okay, so nothing will change your life faster than building new skills. Try to figure out what you love doing. If you love doing hair, try learning new skills. If you have been braiding hair, for an example, start learning how to make other hairstyles, ne? Learn a skill that you are passionate about or that you always wanted to do, and the ones that you have, the skill that you already have, just learn to improve on that skill, ne? And learning a new skill is so much fun, ne? And it kind of challenges you in a way, and when you get it right, you also feel that you are a winner. You feel that pride in you that, oh, I've achieved something, you know. So it's important for you to learn a new skill, and it's important for you to improve on the skills that you have. As a human being, you are created by a creator, so it's engraved in you to create things, or to come up with ideas, or come up with just things, you know. So it's already engraved in us to challenge ourselves. It's one way of challenging ourselves, challenging what you can do with your hands, challenging what you can do intellectually, so that we are already created by God that way. So it's important for you to identify a skill. What is it that always draws your attention when you are looking at a music video, for an example? What is that one instrument that always draws your attention? Or what is that one instrument that you have always seen yourself playing, ne? And challenge yourself, learn new skills. Nowadays, technology has made it all possible. You can watch videos, you can watch podcasts. Sometimes you can even take a book and read a book on a certain thing, then you have a better understanding. I'm challenging myself to learn my saxophone. I started well and then I dropped it. So this year I'm challenging myself to go back to learning it, you know. So I'm also challenging you in the meantime to do something that you've always wanted to do. And then last but not the least, enjoy the process. Since it's a change that we are embracing, a change of us becoming a better version of ourselves, a change of us becoming a new version of ourselves, a change of us becoming the type of person you've always aspired to become, ne? It's important for you to enjoy the process. Embrace the process, enjoy the process. These are things that will take time. These are not things that you just wake up on and everything has changed. These are things, it took you, for an example, it took me over 30 years to adapt to the habits that I'm having. So should it take me another 30 years to unlearn what I've adapted, especially the bad habits, then I will do so. So you need to make up your mind that slow progress is still progress, as long as you have started doing what you need to do, and as long as you are consistent with what you need to do, and as long as you are embracing and you are enjoying each and every moment, then you are good to go. You are really good to go. And this year, as I said, I'm challenging you to become her, to become that person that you've always wanted to become, and you are definitely going to become that person, okay? So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching this video with me. I'm definitely going to see you guys in my next video. Please, let's go on this challenge and let's become a better version of ourselves. I love you guys so much. For those of you who are new, please do subscribe. For those of you who have been my usual subscribers, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys definitely in my next video, and I love you guys so much. Bye.